Hello, welcome to the channel. Now I'm going to create another method to this, and it's going to be called reset. And what it's going to do is it's just going to reset the player so that you can receive more cards. It's a bit like saying new game, so the player can get more cards. Okay, and it's going to take I'm going to talk about. It's not going to take anything. It's just going to reset the game. So let me just open up the constructor. I just want to check that I've got everything. Okay, I've got this on my cards. So the first thing we'll do is set this my.cards back to 0. And then I'm gonna, in this video, I'll tell you how the cards are gonna be played to each other. Yeah. Less than. I'm just gonna say 20 here. I'll tell you what it is in a bit. This dot my So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push empty objects onto that my cards. Okay, so that is reset. That reset is done. So what I'm going to now do is explain. As you can see, I'm pushing empty objects onto it, and I'll open something up here to explain what it is. Okay, so the cards, each player, my cards represents the player. For instance, say the dealer, I always call it D. Dealer was given a 6. The player was given 8, 8, and 8. So according to the blackjack charts, the player's got 8 and 8, which is here. He can do P, and P means split. Okay, so what that means is he can split that into 2 hands, and then he can get a card on this hand and a card on this hand. So the dealer's got 6, and the player's got 10, and he's also got 11 because he's got 2 hands now instead of 1. Okay. From here, the dealer's got 6, the player's got 10 and 11. That means he's got double. Okay. So he will double this hand and say he gets a 10. So he got 20, and he doubled this hand, then he get a 10. And then so he's got 21 and 20. So now he's finished his hand. He hasn't paused. So he's got 20, and he's got 20. And the stakes were he's bet 2. If he starts with 1, it's now doubled to 2 and 2. So if the dealer loses this hand, he's going to lose 4 bets. Okay. So when you've got my cards, when we give the player a card, the card is going to be an object, like for instance that. Okay. So in this case, the player got 2 8s. The player got 2 8s and split them. So now, because he split the cards, we need to store them. So what we do is the object is all there. I'll just show you here. This object already contains 20 objects like this. So what happens is the player, he'll play with this object first, and he may have a property called cards. So we dealt him 8 8, 8 8, and then now he's done a split. So you split the hand. So because of that, we've got to create some new cards. So what we're going to do is to split it. We're gonna take that away, and we're going to use an object that is empty and add it on. So now he's got two hands. So when we say deal a gift card, he'll give the 2 to here, and then he'll give the 3 to here. And then when you want to double, he'll give a 10 here and a 10 here. Then both hands will stick, and that's how we're going to play it. So that's why this has got a bunch of objects on it. Now I'm going to set it for 20, and I could set it to anything. I could set it to 200,000. In fact, that will use too much memory. But I do not know how much times the split would happen. But I could set it to 200. But what I'm going to do is, just to show it on the screen, I'm going to set it to 20. Because I don't think you're going to exceed 20. But later on, I'm going to probably set it to more than 20. Okay? And I might even say, you can only split your hand. Okay, imagine a player's got 2 8s. Here, imagine if he's got 2 8s. And then he opens up 2 hands, then these two both get 8s again. So you get a situation like this, 8 8 again. So that means these will split, so that means you'd have 4 hands. And what if he gets 4 8s then? You'd have 8 hands. 4 8s again, 8 hands. Then 16 hands, 32, 64, etc. So I can handle that. I can set this to anything I want. 2,000, that won't use a lot of memory. Even 20,000, that won't use a lot of memory. So I can set it to 20,000, and even if they're not used, it doesn't really matter. But at the moment, I'm going to set it to 20 just so they can see them on the screen. Okay? So that's how we're going to deal hands. I'll delete all of them. So what was going to happen is the player's going to say, give me a card, and we're going to have a prompt in here called cards. And the first card might be a 3. Second card might be a 5. And the third card is a 10. And then we stick on 17. And this would only contain 1 hand. However, if it was the case where it splitted the hand, then it will start using the other objects in the array. Okay? So we have to do it like this because in blackjack, you can start with 1 hand, and all of a sudden you split your hand, and then you have 2, and then you could split again, and then you have 4. Okay? So doing it like this caters for that situation where you have to handle splits. Okay, so what did I do in this video? I created this reset and I explained why it looks like this. Okay? So I'm going to end this video now. Until next time, thanks for listening to the video, and bye.